Have you ever wondered what happens to your waste? Here in Birmingham, 500,000 tonnes of waste are produced every single year. With a forecasted 80,000 new homes being built in Birmingham before 2035, this is only going to rise. Out of these 500,000 tonnes, 380,000 tonnes are processed in Birmingham, with the remainder being transported out of Birmingham. Because of landfill sites, greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane are created as a result of three: organic evaporation, microbial action and chemical reactions. Frontline Power Ltd is an emerging power company that aims to react to the existing power companies' failing efforts in contributing to the disastrous effects of climate change. Climate change is a primary cause for irregular weather patterns. Coupled with increasing use of non-renewable resources, it is of key essence that companies such as Frontline Ltd help to mitigate the disastrous effects of climate change. Veolia Services in Tyseley, Birmingham currently processes 350,000 out of the 380,000 tonnes of waste per year, and they do this by means of incineration. However, this is not a very wise solution because of the complex required ash filtration at a high capital cost. Frontline Power Ltd has conducted a case study based on 100,000 tonnes of municipal waste per year, which approximates to the emissions produced for the main leading solutions, and compares this with landfill emissions. As shown in the analysis, incineration produces the most carbon dioxide and NOx emissions, as well as particulate matters. After conducting a market research, Frontline Power has established that anaerobic digestion as well as gasification are the most optimal solutions.
Here's a quick view of our process. Landfill waste is redirected from traditional landfill sites to our waste storage facility in Newtown, Birmingham. Once at the site, the waste is separated into 4 different groups. 31% is sent to a gasification unit where syngas is produced to power a combined heat and power unit. 34% of the waste is sent to an anaerobic digestion unit to eventually produce biomethane. 27% of the material is recyclable and 8% is unusable and therefore sent back to landfill. Hazardous materials are removed from the landfill waste by way of manual separation. This is then fed into a trommel screens where the materials can be separated by size. Sink flow tanks are in operation to separate materials which are biodegradable. Magnetic separators are used to separate different materials, and finally air separation can be used to separate the waste by weight. The gasification process starts by combusting the waste material at a temperature of 700 degrees Celsius in oxygen-starved conditions. This endothermic reaction leads to the formation of syngas, but it also contains unwanted particulates and compounds such as tar, char and hydrogen sulfide. The purified syngas is combusted in the combined heat and power unit. The heat generated is used to maintain the reaction at the required temperature. This is a self-sufficient and cost-effective process. 34% of the landfill waste will undergo anaerobic digestion. Initially, hygienisation at 70 degrees C for 1 hour takes place to reduce contaminants. Following hygienisation, the waste material undergoes digestion with a thermophilic bacteria. The digestive process takes around 7 days and is monitored until 75% of the waste material is converted into biogas. Digestate is a side product of the reaction and can be sold as a fertiliser.
Biogas is cleaned and upgraded to have a 93% methane purity.
The bar chart shows that income that will be produced by the process. Being found that 50% of this income is from the municipal solid waste and 31% is from the pure syngas, where 5% is the outcome of the will be recycled. Moreover, the frontline process will generate 30,000 megawatts hour of it and release 43,000 megawatts hour of excess heat that will be used as a heating resource for the local houses.
So mostly our capital costs are broken down to 3 sections. Our gasification unit compiled with our separation process. And finally, our biggest investment, which is the digester. This is a diagram which breaks down to the operations which we believe are going to be the most costly in our process. This shows the costing at about a total of £12 million. Our biggest revenue would be from
taking the municipal waste as well as
CH4, also our syngas and our biogas, and finally the electricity. We do break even in the 5th year. However, as we go up to the next year and the year after that, we have a profitable business. In the 7th year, we exceed about £6 million in profit, And as that increases, we increase our profits, and at the 20th year of the plants, we have attained £60 million over our initial investment.
This process of using anaerobic digestion and gasification is the optimal solution to combat the effect of climate change. Frontline Power Ltd strongly believes that this project is the perfect solution to the increasing waste produced in Birmingham, which will ultimately end up in landfill. By utilizing this process, we can mitigate the catastrophic effect which will eradicate the landfill crisis. Birmingham City Council aim to have no landfill sites by 2035, and Frontline Power Ltd resonates with this aim. We strongly urge you to invest in the required capital of this project. This here could be the future. Don't delay, act today.